Hi guys, Dazzie yet again with Comic Haul number 21 in what was a big week for me. Plenty of back issues. I keep saying every week that I'm not going to grab so many books, but they seem to get more and more. So let's get straight into the books. Got a lot to get through, including spec. So let's attack it. First up, they finally arrived from Forbidden Planet. This is the Stanley Art Jim Lau cover of the life of Captain Marvel. And this is the first appearance of a character called Lois Lee. Now, of course, these books were all packed so tightly. There was about 6 in one box, and some of the stick from the box got on the back of the cover and took a little bit off. So nothing new there. Terrible packaging as always from them. Excited to read this one. Really enjoyed the first 2 issues. This is the regular Alex Ross cover for Immortal Hulk number 3. Love that cover. And next we've got a book that I showcased as first appearances. Not a book I usually go for, but this is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 29. And the reason I picked this one up is the first appearance of the In Space Rangers and the Dino Thunder Rangers. This is the regular Jamal Campbell cover. So a couple of first teams there. Okay, went into my LCS this week. I didn't pick up a great deal because I've pre-ordered a lot of them and they'll probably be coming today. But I couldn't say no to this one. And this was Action Comics 1001. This is that stunning David Mack cover. And the reason I picked this one up is the first appearance of a new villain called the Red Cloud. There's quite a bit about Red Cloud in the back of the book. Could be a good one moving forwards. I picked up Die a couple of weeks ago. Well, my shop got in a load more and they're high grade copies. So I picked up the 2 that matter. This is the No Speech Bubble variant. That's probably a 9.8. And of course I had to get the I'm Drunk one as well. Slightly less, probably about a 9.4, 9.2. Just a gimmick to get more money out of us, though, isn't it, really? Okay, I went to Weston with my mother and the boys and managed to grab a couple of books, nothing major. Picked up this one. This is Pulse number 9. Sole reason, you don't get many comics with Jessica Jones in it. And this is my second of this run, so I'm going to try and complete this run when I see them cheap enough. That's Pulse number 9. I picked up the first Danielle Cage on the cover recently. My third copy, and it's a nice copy too, of Deathmate Black. This is the first appearance of Gen 13, including Caitlin Fairchild, I believe. This was a nice pickup. It was one in my encyclopedia I haven't seen before. This is the Weird from DC Comics, issue 1. The first appearance of the Weird. And the Weird is a character called Walter Langley. Doesn't go for a great deal, but it was another tick off in the encyclopedia. This was a cool book. I've read it as well. Great fun. Brings back a lot of childhood memories. I like a good crossover. This book goes for about 25 to 30 quid online, which I'm amazed at. This is the variant cover. Really high grade. And this is Superman and the Thundercats. Tremendous read. Basically, there's an eye that the Thundercats and Mumra are after, and it's on Earth. So Superman has to protect them as they come through a portal. Good to see them battle. Okay, went to a charity shop yesterday in Cheltenham. Couldn't believe what I found. Had a nice big run. £1.50. I picked up issue number 19 of Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. And this is the first appearance of Girl Moon. And that is a character called Illa. So for £1.50, all high grade, couldn't complain. But it got better from there. Because, of course, they had issue 1. Couldn't believe it. £1.50, high grade again. This is the first appearance of Moon Girl, a hot book. There's an animated TV show coming on its way. It's also the first appearance of Girth, Killer Folk, who are a team, Rachacha, Thurg, Thok, Thornteeth. And this is the regular Amy Reed reader cover. Couldn't believe it, £1.50. Now, you've probably guessed what else we got here. £1.50 again. Blown away. Delighted with this. Issue 28, that low print run. First appearance of Omnipotentis. I nearly paid 25-30 quid when this first came out because I missed the boat. It was a hugely hot book at one point. It went up to about 75. Well, it's calmed down and it's about a $20 book now, but to get from £1.50, couldn't believe it, my luck. That's a Marvel Legacy tie-in. Great book to find. Okay, on to some eBay purchasers. I spoke in great detail last video about the Miller World that's coming out. There's 3 films, I believe, and 2 TV series. Well, I showed off Impress last week. This is another of the titles, and this is going to be a TV show, and this is Jupiter's Legacy, issue 1. Paid £2.19 for that. Really high grade. This got to be a 9.8, I think. And this is a regular cover A from Frank Quietly. So look out for that one, guys. That is going to be a TV show. Talking of TV shows, there's another one coming. This is from Aftershock. Again, really high grade. This is the regular Dennis Claro cover. And this is The Normals. I think basically the premise is life isn't what it seems. So look out for that one. I paid £5.99 for that. Of course, when a lot of things are optioned, sometimes they don't always come to light, but I'm hearing positive things about that one in particular. Okay, on to more eBay purchases. We've got some good ones, some bronze and silver. This is a book. I probably overpaid for this, but I haven't really seen it at all. I can never find it at com when I go. And this is the Marvel Team Up, issue 100. It's a double-sized book. And this is the first appearance and origin of Karma with Xian Koi Manhao. Now the reason I picked this up, when it's in an encyclopedia, so it's another one ticked off. But Karma is the first New Mutant to appear in the MCU. This issue predates the first appearance of the New Mutants in Marvel graphic novel number 4 from December 1982 by 2 years. So that's quite an interesting fact. There's a lot of other first appearances and deaths in this book, but Karma is the main one. It's about a 6.5, 7, and I overpaid for it probably. $5.78 I paid, I think. But just to have that, because I do like the Team Up books. This was a really cool purchase, and I was kicking myself because a couple of years ago I saw this at a car boot and I didn't really know what it was until I got home. And it was a pants copy and it was beat up, but it was only £1 and I said no to it. Well, I managed to get a nice copy of this. It's probably a fine plus. And this is the Super Friends number 7. And this is the first appearance of the Wonder Twins. Really happy to get that. I paid £13.45. And the Wonder Twins and its members of Zan and Jaina. And there's also a monkey called Gleek. And it's also the first appearance of the Wonder Twins on a comic book cover. And then the Wonder Twins did appear in the Smallville TV show. So if you check back through and you enjoy that show, you'll probably remember them. I think that's like a $50 book. I'll come back around. Do well to find that under 20. Now this is an interesting one. I picked this up of a seller on eBay called R Marvel, and he did a solid for me. So I went for this book. Again, I probably slightly overpaid for it, but it presents nicely. Now it's got a bit of water damage, and that's normally a big no-no. But I really wanted this book. I wanted it for some time, actually, since he made his first appearance in a TV show. And this is Astonishing Tales number 25. Yeah, guys. Presents really nicely, doesn't it? It was dirty as hell, but I cleaned it up, and it's come out well. And this is the first appearance in Origin of Deathlock the Demolisher, who is Luther Manning. And now, there was a different version of Deathlock that appeared in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show. But it's also George Perez's first published artwork, and that's in 2 pages. And it's got the Marvel stamp of Damon Hellstrom, aka the son of Satan, and that is inside the book. So yeah, like I say, it's got a bit of water damage. Now the seller, I paid £21.95 for this. It's a cents copy, which is always a bonus. But I was delighted because the guy, I've graded that because it's got water damage. I've graded it about a 3.5. It probably presents as about a 7 or a 7.5. But I have been reading it, and you can press out some of the water ripples. But like I said, I got this little note, and this was a nice, generous offer. He said, "Hi, I thought you paid a bit too much as she's a reader, so I've sent you a freebie, Ross." And this came. And this is X-Men 108. So he didn't have to do that. It's mid-grade. I've already got the book, but it will go into Ethan's pile. So thank you to Ross. This was a nice pickup. Again, I did think it was the very first appearance, but I got it wrong. But it's probably the more sought after of the 2 books. Again, I paid £21.95 for this. And it's high grade. I would say it's probably about an 8. And this is the first full appearance of Jigsaw. Amazing Spider-Man 162. Now he makes a briefer cameo in 161, but I believe it's just in the shadows, and I'm not even sure he speaks. This is the first time he's named, I believe. And of course, that's Billy Russo, and Billy Russo obviously appeared in the, I thought it was pretty good, the Punisher Warzone movie, and of course was the main villain in the Punisher TV series, which went down really well on Netflix. And it's also the first appearance of Dr. Maria Madison, who is Maria Jameson. So I'm guessing that's Jonah Jameson's daughter. So like I say, it's very high grade, that one. I think I'd probably double my money on that. My final eBay purchase. It's a bit ratty, don't get me wrong, but it's on its staples. It's got one thing that's obviously wrong with it, but besides that, I was delighted to get it for the price. I paid less than £10 for this. I paid £9.15. Now, the other week I picked up Fantastic Four, I think it was number 47, the first appearance of Maximus, who was the villain in the Inhumans. Well, this week I've grabbed one of the first Inhuman appearances. And this is Fantastic Four, issue 44. And it's the first appearance of Gorgon for £9.15. And it's only got one real glaring thing. Yes, he's got a date stamp, and it's a big one, and it's pretty ugly, and somebody's scribbled 8 there. But besides that, it's not too bad. I graded it about a 3, but it's probably could be a 3.5, I suppose, maybe even a 4 on a good day. And of course, Gorgon appeared in that dreadful Inhumans TV show. And he's Gorgon Petragon. So yeah, happy with that, guys. It's a pence copy, but for less than a tenner. Gorgon's appeared in quite a few animated shows as well. So that's a good one. Okay, then it's that time again, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, it's the blank cover of the week. And I wanted to show off the latest one from my daughter, the Cryptic Wolf. I told you she's next Sunday she'll be doing her con. So a little over a week. Not this Sunday, next Sunday. And this week she's done for me another good one. Catwoman. There we go, guys. So thanks again to Cryptic Wolf. Okay, talking to Cryptic Wolf, like I said, she's got a... Oh, here's me sponsors, Dr. Light and Brainiac this week. Yeah, talking to Cryptic Wolf, like I said, she's got her show coming up next week. She's done this one. I thought this was pretty good. She's done her take on Chewbacca and Han Solo. There it is, guys. Look, I think Han looks really like him. So that'll be one of the prints that should be selling. Really happy with that. Right. I'm up to 308 subscribers. Like I say, in the next few days I will be announcing a new competition. Thanks to all my subscribers. One of my latest ones is a channel that I've been watching quite a bit of. He's not Australian, and he's got a real good channel. And that's Pete's Comics and Reviews. So I'll leave the link down below. If you could check that out, guys. He's showing off some great books. He picked up an first Laura Kinney the other day for a cover price. Couldn't believe it. Outdid me. But give him a chance, guys. He's less than 100 subs. He deserves more. He shows off some good books. Okay, that's his news round. Let's go. Let's hit it hard and fast. Lots to get through because of the San Diego Comic Con. First up, the French comic book MFKZ is coming to North America in an animated TV show. So it's going to be subtitled or dubbed, I think. And it is from the comic book Mutafukas. Excuse the language a little bit. Charlie's Angels reboot has cast Kristen Stewart, Naomi Scott, and Ella Baninska. Not a big fan of Kristen Stewart, but there we go. The comic Daybreak from Bodega Distribution has been optioned for TV by Netflix. Black Panther's mum, played by Angela Bassett. Well, apparently her character, Anne Shorey, has survived Thanos' finger snaps. Lock and Key, that huge independent title from IDW, has landed at Netflix. That's coming very, very soon. Tom King, who writes for DC, has got a new thing coming out called States of America, and that's in development for TV. Wonder Woman 1984, the sequel, has recruited the Insecure actor Natasha Rothwell, and that film's coming out on November the 1st, 2019. The Martha Kent voice actress, Frances Conroy, is that something to do with Kevin Conroy? Could be his wife, I think. Is in talks to play Joker's movie mum. And that's the Joaquin Phoenix one. And that is going to be based loosely on the Killing Joke. What a surprise. Robert De Niro. Yeah, he's in talks for a role in that Joker movie. The Death of Superman animated feature that's coming out soon is supposedly going to be one of DC's best of the last 5 years. And that's going to be good then, because I'm really enjoying the DC animated universe. CW's Riverdale has recruited Penelope Ann Miller, and she's going to play a character called Miss Wright. Of course, one of the big stories is James Gunn has been fired for comments he made on Twitter, I think about 12 years ago. Well, all the actors are offering support. Yeah, so from what I've read, it's not good. Daughters of Dragon they are going to unite in season 2 of Iron Fist. Here's an interesting one. American Pie actor Chris Klein is in talks to play, well, he's actually landed the role, I believe, of David Hirsch, and that's going to be the villain Cicada in season 5 of Flash. That is the book you've got to look out for, guys. Flash 170 of the second series, I believe. Cicada. I don't even think he's got any powers. I think he's just like human. The Longbow Hunters. They have been cast for Arrow season 7. I really like the trailer for season 7 of Arrow. All set in prison, isn't it? Well, Red Dart and Kodiak are coming along with a character that's only just came out. This is still going to be on your shops, guys. And this is Silencer. Yeah, how cool. And the actress who's been cast looks just like that comic character. So that's going to be a good casting, I think. It's really good because I quite like Sideways. I've not actually read Silencer yet. But it's good to see these new age of heroes getting a bit of a look in. Silencer going to be in Arrow. Manchester Black is going to be in Supergirl, along with transgender superhero The Dreamer, who first appears in Adventure Comics 417, I believe. And there's also going to be Colonel Haley and a superhero, Agent Liberty. It looks a bit like the Guardian, really. They're all coming to Supergirl. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s character, Deke, who is Gemma and Fitz's grandson from the future, will be promoted to a series regular for season 6. And that's a 13-episode run. Okay, like I said about DC Animated, well, they've got 4 things coming. There's going to be a Batman Hush. That's exciting. From what I've heard, that is one of the best Batman storylines. There's also going to be a Justice League versus Fatal 5. That could be interesting. There's going to be a Wonder Woman feature called Bloodlines, along with Reign of Superman, which is the sequel to The Death of Superman. Bit of wild rumour, but this could well happen. We've got Mysterio coming in Far, Far Away. Well, there's 2 other villains being touted, and possibly a third. Hydro Man, can you believe it? Hydro Man and Chameleon. They are both rumoured to be joining that film. The other casting is interesting because the guy really looks like Craven. So look out for that one. Talking of Spider-Man, Nicolas Cage has been confirmed as Spider-Man Noir in the animated one at the end of the year. And Spider-Ham has also been cast. That book is going crazy at the moment. I can't even think what book it is at the moment. I don't think I'm going to find it for cheap, though. First, Invader Zim, Enter the Floor Plus trailer has come out. We've had so many trailers. I've not yet watched Shazam and Justice League because I'm trying to stay away. And I'm also avoiding Godzilla because those 3 I'm really looking forward to. But I have watched a lot of the CW trailers and they look pretty good. Cloak and Dagger has been renewed for a 2nd season. And there's a character being teased, Mayhem. I think it's one of the police officers dies and comes back as Mayhem. Well, the interesting thing about Cloak and Dagger is that they've been loosely crossing over with Luke Cage and things they say. They both reference Misty Knight, and I think Luke Cage has mentioned something that's happened in the Cloak and Dagger show. I've not seen Cloak and Dagger, so I can't really comment further, but that'd be good if Cloak and Dagger could come into that universe. There is an African-American-led Buffy the Vampire Slayer reboot in development with Fox 21. I never really watched Buffy, and apparently the effects are dreadful by today's standards, but with new CGI and stuff, who knows? Here's a character that's been announced. This character is going to be the villain in Iron Fist season, in Iron Fist season 2. And that character is Typhoid Mary. And that's in Daredevil 254. So look out for that one, guys. Misty Knight also joins the cast. Talked about the CW earlier. This character is going to be playing a major part in season 5 of Flash. And this is XS, who first appeared in Legionnaires 0. And that was from 1994. That is Flash's and Iris's daughter from the future, I believe. Nearly wrapping it up. The Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is coming to Nickelodeon on Monday, September the 17th. Domino actress Dazzie Beetz is in talks for the Joker movie. So there's quite a bit of Joker movie news this week. Of course, there was a Clone Wars. I enjoyed the Clone Wars, the animated show. Season 7, that was a bit of a surprise. That's coming. This character has just been announced to have her own TV show. And that's going to be on the DC streaming service. And this is the first appearance of Stargirl. Now, I think the character first appeared in a different comic to this, but this is her first appearance as Stargirl. And this is Stars and Stripes Zero. It's also the first appearance of Stripe, who's played by Pat Duggan. Stargirl is Courtney Elizabeth Whitmore. And Stargirl first appeared in the Smallville TV show and also the Legends of Tomorrow TV show. Briefly. This is another one that's coming. This has just been optioned for a movie, I believe, from Skydance Media. Picked this one up recently. It's quite a hot independent title, I believe. And this is from Image Comics. And this is The Old Guard. If you got that one, guys, you could be making some dollars out of that. That book is set to rise. Finally, the rumoured X-Men Phoenix and New Mutants films are possibly going to be cancelled, I've been reading, as Comcast have pulled out, and it looks like Disney are taking over Fox. Apparently, New Mutants in particular is in a terrible mess. They've tried to add new characters, and it's all gone to pot. So there we go, that's his news round. Finally, guys, it was a big week. Like I say, I've got all the main books coming through the post, so I haven't missed out on things like Justice League Dark and things like that. They will be here for next week. But this coming week is another pretty decent week. Not as good, but we got some good books coming out. These are the ones I'm looking to get. This, my friends, is Cosmic Ghost Rider number 2. And the reason I'm looking to get that one is because it's supposedly going to be the first appearance of the Juggerduck. I told you about Juggerduck, Juggernaut, and Howard the Duck combining. He's on the first appearance. He's on the cover of issue 3, but apparently he might be making an appearance in part 2. This is a new villain coming out. A comic I used to collect all the time. I haven't collected it in some time, but I will be getting this one. And this is Green Arrow 43. And this is the first appearance of a new villain called the Citizen. Green Arrow 43. Look out for that one, guys. This is the second printing of Princess Fisk's first appearance. Moon Girl 32. That character seems to be really hot still, so that might be worth getting. The second printing of Moon Girl 32. Haven't grabbed any of this series, but I've heard massively great things about it. But this cover is a bit of a standout one. It's an all black cover. It's going to be really hard to get in high grade. But this is Mr. Miracle, and this is issue number 10 with a really cool dark side cover. Donny Cates can't do any wrong, can he, guys? And this is another stunning cover on its way. This is that villain that they're all talking about, Vox, in Death of the Inhumans, number 2. The first issue was hot, hot, hot. This one, Infinity Wars, issue 1. It's got Requiem. Of course, you have that character, she had fun and games with Thanos this week, didn't she? It's rumoured, I'm tending to agree, that it's going to be Nebula. It would be nice if it was a totally different character, but that's the cover. And apparently, this book could well show the reveal. It's Infinity Wars Part 1. The reveal of who that character is. So look out for that one. Finally, my guy, my man, my favourite artist. He can't do any wrong in my eyes. This is his latest one. This is Aquaman 39 from that man Joshua Middleton. Just look at the stunning artwork of Mira. Look at that, guys. That is fantastic. Okay, guys, that's me done. That's Dazzie over and out. Sorry it's gone on a bit. Take care, guys. I'll see you next week. Ethan's back soon. Bye.